Hey guys, Lava Witch here. So I've got my light off. My room's kind of messy. It is the waning gibbous moon, and I've been wanting to take a video all day, and we know how that works though, right? Wasn't really busy, but it's Saturday. I was just kind of feeling lazy. I've been wanting to take a video for the last while, but I just wasn't really feeling motivated. But now I just really feel like I want to make a video, and it's, a good time for releasing things, letting go, cutting cords, cutting ties, and yeah, the waning gibbous moon is perfect for that. I might actually be a night behind um, because I'm actually pretty sure that tonight's the last phase of the waning gibbous moon before we transfer to the next moon phase. So I just wanted to show a few things before I head out, and I'm going to have some company, and I know I'll never make the video. So right now I have my lights off, and I've got a new camera, so it's not too bad, but I will be turning my lights on. I was not actually going to light these candles again. As you can tell, they look like they're done. I've shown this candle, my goddess candle, on another video. I usually light this on a Saturday or when I'm doing any type of protection spells where I want like goddess energy and a white candle. As you can see, I've burnt like rosemary in there and stuff. This is what we would call a 7-day candle because it would burn for approximately 7 days. So 7 times 24, however many hours that is. Yeah, so I've definitely burned that. I was just kind of showing just off my candles. It's the end of the month. I'm like kind of broke right now. I need to do definitely a whole candle haul of all my candle colors. So these are all just certain candles that I work with. But obviously there is the traditional just candlesticks that are just spell sticks that you can get off Amazon and stuff, which is just your normal kind of candlestick like this. So this I've inscribed Hakati in here, which actually I did it a long time ago, just kind of quickly, just put Hakati, like scribbled it on there with like I think a toothpick or something, not a used one. And then I was like, oh, it already said that. So then I just kind of went over it, and I did want it bigger because I ran out of black candles, unfortunately, and it's Saturday, and I love my black candles, and I literally can't afford them in the second, but I will be getting a bunch of black candles. Sometimes when I'm lucky, the dollar store will have them, but the last few times, the one I've been going to, they don't have any. So I'm going to actually get some spell sticks online, and there's going to be black in there, yellow, red, blue, just your colors basically that are like in these markers. My scented markers that I use for like writing down certain intentions and stuff for like the color and the scent. I've shown this on a previous video, but they're awesome, and they are from the dollar store, but honestly, they smell like awesome. There's cherry, watermelon, blackberry, chocolate, lemon, green apple, like, and they all smell like really good. Like, I was afraid they'd maybe not smell that good, but honestly, I vouch. They're just the studio ones, but they honestly smell pretty good. And I've actually had them for a few months. They still smell pretty good. So honestly, yeah, like just I vouch. The Dr. Sketch ones also smell very good. These ones are like fine point, so they don't like smell like whoa when you open them tight. But the bigger the marker, I find the scentier they are if they're like a good brand. So another thing I'll be doing is making like green witch salt or blue witch salt. You can also make red, and that's using dyes from flowers, dried flowers, or actually no, maybe not dried flower. Actually, if the flower's damp and still has moisture in it, that would be better because it would be more dye that comes out. So that, and for some natural color for your witch salt that you could use for certain things. You could even just add it to water sometimes, or your altar water. I've done that just for like certain vibes, for prosperity and money spells. I've added, green to my water. But I really want to make some red witch salt and green witch salt and blue. And you could use that using blue wildflowers and red or whatever corresponding color flower. And then you can even add a bit of, if you don't get the right tint you want, or you just want it a little brighter, you don't have to if you just want to use the natural color, but you can also add a little bit of food color. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'll show you guys how it turns out. And yeah, you should use, if you only have just any type of salt, sure, because I'm definitely the DIY budget, save money witch, but I definitely always try to have some Himalayan salt on hand. So some coarse salt, and that way it'll be kind of more rockier and prettier and easier to work with for when you have your colored salt. So you could use that for to speed up certain spells, and just for like your certain salt sweeps or salt work. But I'd be careful, especially if you're kind of just throwing your salt everywhere like what I do. And when I cast my circles and stuff, I'll kind of just put my salt wherever, and you might want to be careful with your colored salt because you don't want it to stain anything. So yeah, that was just some other ideas. I've collected pine needles, something I wanted to do forever, and I am in the north, so we do have lots of pine trees and different kinds. So I do have my little sweeper thing. I think this is aspen pine because it's like the longer pine needles. And then, of course, there's their typical pine trees that are like the small pine needles, which I also collected some of those too, which I have them in a jar, which note, don't mix your pine needles with your flowers because it's just like impossible kind of to separate. So I definitely want to put my pine needles in like a separate thing from my dried flowers that I have. And yeah, this was the end of a squash. I think I showed this on another video. So this is just my little earth when I call to earth or need my salt. And I actually have some chili pepper in there, salt, pepper, which is great for protection and banishing also. Of course, our salt's great for protection. Pine is great for just prosperity, wealth. Pine needles, a few other things it's good for. And then your chili pepper is just another sort of pepper, which is great for purification and banishing and obviously protection. I did have of course, just salt in there before. One time I had like mostly pepper. I do try some different things out, right? But for now, that's my little concoction I have going on. Of course, here's my little God area, my cheap little candle I have here, but you know, it's paying homage to the different signs. Right now I've got my goddess one on because Saturday I like to, like I've said before, work with the goddess on Saturdays with banishing and stuff. I know there is, of course, corresponding goddesses and gods for each day. There is, of course, some gods that rule Saturday, but to me, Saturday is definitely a goddess day, just like kind of Monday, and it definitely hits home with the goddess. So I like to work with my black candles, and sometimes I'll move my pink candles from Friday over to Saturday if I was kind of late doing like love spells and stuff, because, you know, just that goddess energy, right? Calling to Aphrodite. Saturday is great for working with Hecate and Hecate, however you like to say her name. It's kind of cool. My air from the incense, the smoke's kind of coming towards the candle, towards my camera, kind of like a sheet. So it's kind of cool. And that is the rest of my blossom incense. And I've been using this little thing as an incense thing. This is like a bowl piece that I have it sitting in. And it's so funny because I've been to the store a million times. I just haven't either noticed an incense burner or I just keep forgetting, but I really wanted to pick up a nice one. They do take up a lot of space if you're looking for like one of those long ones that it just kind of grabs the ash. So this way it kind of just falls down. If I'm lucky, it mostly always goes in the ashtray. This is a complete mess. This green thing's really sentimental to me. I've talked about it on an earlier video. But I definitely spilled wax all over it. And my friend was like, you know, it's not a huge deal. Don't make yourself feel really bad because, like, that's why it's there. It's there for, like, working with. And, you know, it is protecting this other tray I have for my grandma, my great-grandmother. So, like, I don't think this is going to even come off. But, you know, I could put it away and kind of just be like, yeah, I did a lot of spell work on this. And at least it's got a lot of, like, intention and, like, wax spell work. So I'm sure it's got like lots of magic that's been on it, this thing. But yeah, I was definitely upset. But, you know, I didn't start a fire and there was wax everywhere from this one candle. I won't go on about it forever, but yeah, I definitely had a wax spill, and it happens. Just as long as your flame isn't touching anything, then that's what we obviously want, right? We don't want it touching anything. We want it to not touch anything. So another thing I wanted to make a note on my video is over dressing candles can end up, this can happen. And it's funny because I put a lot of the same things in candles, but I do remember like Sunday is a lot of like citrons and citrusy stuff. So I definitely worked with a lot of orange peel. And then I think it was when I finally put coffee beans, which I was being really lazy. And I like to I was working with even instant coffee, and ground coffee is the best for speeding up spells and stuff. And I really like the smell of these vanilla cocoa beans. And I was just like, and I just kind of put them in there, and it didn't really work out. They kind of like burned, and it smelled good. It worked out for a bit, and then it just kind of went like downhill. And now the wick's like gone. And yeah, this is so with the waning moon and kind of like the last quarter, it's a good time for like burying candles and stuff. And I've talked about this before. I don't know if it's a good idea to just drop a candle in a lake. So there's different ways of discarding your candles and stuff. And like, I don't live in like vast fields or like places where I can kind of just get rid of candles a lot. Like if you're in the city and, you're kind of just, you recycle a lot and stuff. I don't think it's a big deal, especially with black candles and stuff. Just throwing them in the trash or, recycling isn't too bad. But burying in your yard, as long as it's not glass, if it's just a wax candle and stuff, that's fine. I was thinking about because I have worked with so many glass candles, and I'm not just going to scoop the wax out, right? So, yeah, there's just, you can kind of just think about ways if you're, especially like me, DIY or budgety or like just kind of crafty or whatever. There's a lot of ways that you can kind of think of getting rid of your candles that you don't feel like, you're trashing them all or whatever, right? So even just taking, what I learned was even just taking a piece of the wax out of the candle, and, I have a bag of pieces of candle wax so that like you can kind of just take away a bit of your intention or store something from that candle and then discard it. So at least, and then do something else with that little piece. Like I like to actually just kind of place my stuff outside, like on the grass and stuff, kind of just put it into the earth, put it away. I don't always have time to be digging holes. I don't always have a shovel with me, but I'm definitely going to be reserving the time to be actually grabbing a shovel and burying things, which that brings, if you bury it in your yard or at a crossroads or whatever, that helps you bring something to you or come to a conclusion or something, or basically, big decision making, or just kind of granting a wish type thing. It's bringing it to you, right? So if you bury it close to you or in your yard, it's kind of something that you want, definitely, right? If you're recycling it or flushing it down the toilet or whatever, doesn't necessarily have to mean something bad, but it's usually with releasing, cutting a cord, whatever. You get it, right? With burning, I wouldn't always say it's for banishing and getting rid of, because I've definitely burned intentions and stuff in my melting pot that it's for, I wanted to let it go into the universe, but I usually do that during like a new moon or something. So it all depends on what you're feeling, right, in your mood. So yeah, I don't mean to be rushing through this video. I just had a lot to say, and wanted to kind of get some updates out there for you guys. I hope everything's cool with you guys, and you can leave comments about what you're doing with your beginner witch stuff or whatever level which you are at. I've done a lot of reading. I've been doing this for about a little over a year with just everything. I've been working with some crystals too, and I won't put too much in one video, but I definitely just wanted to show some of the stuff I'm doing. Here's my Hikati wheel that I wanted to show you guys that I got off Amazon, but it's pretty sentimental to me, and I definitely wear it all. I basically wear it all the time. This is paint on my hand from a library, long story short, a mini library. There was books in it. Anyways, I do this, I definitely wear this when I'm doing my spell work or meditating or whatnot, and I've been wearing it basically whenever, because I love it. This is for my grandmother. My mom, it was given to my mom and then to me, and I've shown it on an earlier video, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's something you've probably seen before. They come in with, stuck to my pink thing. I even use corresponding little cloths and stuff when I do my work. So, yeah, you put the little piece of, cotton or the little felt thing inside and put the different anointments and stuff and oils in it. And yeah, for whatever mood you're feeling or whatever, it helps you with meditating or tapping into certain vibes and stuff. So it's definitely great for this, the esoteric or Wiccan or, pagan or rituals, and just tapping into those vibes and meditating, because it's just a great way to have the sense around. And yeah, so this is scrapbook paper, great size, square. It could be great for putting on your altar, like kind of taping or whatever, and drawing certain sigils and stuff, because then it could be replaced with another one or whatever. And I'm going to be drawing a pentacle soon, because I had one and it was just really funny looking, and I got rid of it, or I put it somewhere. I didn't just get rid of it, but it was like my first pentacle. It was on a little sticky note, and I didn't do it like really artsy or anything. I kind of just did it to kind of like have the pentacle there to tap into the energies, but I ended up moving and then laughing at it and just kind of putting it somewhere, or setting it into the universe or something like that. And I was like, oh, I'll be making a new one. Candlesticks, great for little small spells, great for burning quick and stuff. I actually put a little dab of my hot glue on the end of the candlestick, and I have it in my little thing here, and then I'll usually paint it either before or after. I find if I do it after, it works easier as long as I do it lightly so it doesn't come undone. And I paintbrush it with my anointment, and then yeah, it's a great way to kind of just do a small spell and have the candle burn fully, so you kind of just feel like it's really done and stuff. I've talked about this before, I don't burn candles all the way down. Maybe the occasional candlestick or something. If I'm around the house for a while, doing yoga for a while, working out for a while, something that where I'm around the area for a while, then sure, I've burned down maybe a full candlestick, but usually not, maybe half or even a quarter or a third of one, and then burnt it later on or the next day or even a couple days later. So some people are diehard about burning their candle, the whole candle, and I don't find that like a huge deal, because it's all about kind of my intentions and what I'm doing in that ritual, right? With banishing and certain things where you just really feel like or a money spell or a prosperity spell where you really feel like you just want to finish it, and the candle itself, then yeah, candles, these birthday candles, I keep saying candlesticks. Well, they're mini candlesticks. Birthday candles are a great way, which I saw this online at first, of course, and yeah, I've been doing it and it's been working great. So yeah, I had it in a little cigarette holder thing at first, and I actually lost that because it was holding it up great, but then I had it in this kind of like stupid ashtray thing because the square cigarette thing didn't fit in anywhere. So this actually works great. A little bit of glue at the end, and even if the flame hits the bottom of this, it's just glass and it ends up just going out. As long as you have nothing flammable like near it, then it should be fine. But I usually always just wait for it. And then even the little nubs, you can put them in like the end of it, the little end of your wax. You can either discard it or even just put that in a little protection jar, or bury it or whatever, right? And it's a really small piece, so it's really easy. So yeah, and yeah, these little packages that you get from food stuff or whatever, I collect these. They're great for just extra black pepper, even though I have my little mini cheap little shakers right here that you can get, which is great for just having around your salt and pepper for your purification and your protection, just for salting the area, and your salt sweeps and your casting your circles if you like to use salt. These are just great for on the side for just little dishes, and for putting salt in like your water and stuff. These are just the great little amounts. Basically, you could just open a little package and be like doo-doo-doo in it, right? Just kind of really handy. So DIY witch, kitchen witch. I am the lava witch, as in I'm a Sagittarius and I love my fire sign and stuff. But this was just a video I really wanted to give out to you guys, to give you just lots of ideas that I basically do myself. Nutmeg. It's great to have natural herbs and stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of growing my own stuff. I've grown my own basil, even catnip and stuff, because it's used for like good luck and money and whatever. It was actually a random cat toy type thing, and I was like, I'm just going to grow this. I've grown just literally grass inside. So a lot of things I just definitely love the natural, but this nutmeg and all that is in a thing. And some things that come in like these are perfect, right? Dried sage, these are perfect for just kind of putting a little bit in my candle. I work with the paintbrush a lot. Paintbrush right here. Certain hand creams, pomegranate, coconut. I'll use the hand creams to kind of even tap into certain scents and stuff. Yeah, this video is getting long, but I just wanted to show you guys a lot of things that I'm working with. I've shown my little oils I work with before, the ones that I put into my necklaces and stuff for the anointing. But these roll-ons are actually great for, I've even been putting them on the edges of like, oh, where is it? Where's one, for example? My white candle. Well, I put one on my pink candle. So this is a shape of a candle I really love. It's just basically just like a little cup. It reminds me of a mug with no handle, or just like a cup, I guess. Love it. No glass around it. Great shape. Burns great. Great for putting stuff in. Anyways, this is a great candle for, you can use these roll-ons for like putting it around the edge. And I know I'm always about putting stuff, burning stuff inside the candles, but definitely been working with sigils and doing lots of carvings, and you can even put this roll-on stuff inside the letters on your candles and stuff. So just different ideas for tapping into those energies and getting your sense in and stuff. Your sense in into your spells and rituals, you know what I mean? So yeah, these are a really good brand. So yeah, you can kind of, I was just drawing sigils on with the candles, so that was just kind of cool. I've definitely been leaving my crystals out just to kind of like, I'll pour some out, let them chill, and then put them back in the bottle later. Because then it's like I've had them be out for, and grab the energy and put out energy and stuff. Because these candles have been anointed with so much crystals that it was like, a lot of my candles are down now. So I just didn't want to waste, like, not waste, but put all my crystals in these candles that I'm going to be getting rid of during the, either this waning gibbous moon, probably not, but probably the last quarter moon. I'll be getting rid of a lot of these candles, recycling a lot of the glass, getting a new, I need a new 7-day candle, goddess candle. And I was thinking of getting even, because they have them with the guy on it too, the guy, because obviously my goddess candles depicts a girl in the front, and they have basically the same candle, but a guy. So I was thinking of maybe getting God, goddess, 7-day candles. So it's like both, right? So I think that'd be cool, even though this Buddha has been he's been my God dude, but he can always either just get switched, or I can use the Buddha when I'm tapping into, I don't know, Chinese or different kinds of cultures or something. If it's like, you know, more of a God that portrays Buddha or whatever. I'm just kind of going off whatever you feel. That's just kind of ideas that I've been using, but I just like how it's also, some things say to use something that's actually shaped, but whatever, right? I have the 7-day candles. It's hard to get a 7-day candle that's actually shaped exactly like something, but something even just like this with a picture on it, that's great, right? So yeah, just lots of ideas I wanted to show you guys. Neon is also something that I tap into with Sagittarius for some reason. I don't know, it said neon, and I actually do really love neon colors, so I even grabbed some neon birthday candles for my buddy, so these were fun to work with. Like the ones I think I saw them too, but I just wanted ones that had white and the color. But yeah, full, you can get candlesticks that are the full colored ones if you look hard enough, which is great. I've been love working with rose. Got some great incense here. I had the cotton candy ones in this brand. The Juicy J's makes a really great Thai incenses. Juicy J's, they are a rolling paper company, but they're just great. Like, they have so many really cool brands of stuff, and they have like chocolate and mostly like fruits and stuff, strawberry, lychee and stuff. But I was able to find frankincense. It says funkincense, just something different. And they also have patchouli, which I want to get. So yeah, the store near my house. And they also have packages of charcoal, which I saw, which that's going to be great for my melting dish and doing stuff, because I have not worked with charcoal yet, believe it or not. And I really, really, really want some. They actually have some right at the store where I can buy these, so that's great. These are my smaller incense blossom. Definitely need more incense. Definitely need more candles. My everything candle I showed you guys, it's great. Burnt this bigger goddess candle in there, so I've got a lot of energies in here, lots of colors and stuff. And